Hello everyone, this is part 2 on Introduction to Scratch Programming. In this video, I'll be introducing you to the Scratch interface and also how to use it. So let's start. So as you can see, I have selected a backdrop. It is having the XY coordinates of the Scratch screen. So as you can see, the X coordinate extends from 240 to minus 240 and the Y coordinates extend from 180 to minus 180. So as you can see, this sprite one, which is the cat, its now position is 0 and 0 in both the coordinates. So this is about the Scratch screen. So now if you want to choose a sprite or choose a backdrop, so now I am choosing a backdrop. You can select it from here. This is if you select choose a backdrop, then it will send you to the Scratch library and you can select anything you want. Just like this, you can select whatever backdrop you need. It has many backdrops, so as you can see. So if I take the Arctic, so as you can see, this is the background of Arctic region. And if you paint a backdrop, so it will lead to you to backdrops, from code to backdrops. Here you can paint your backdrop. You can make a square or rectangle by clicking on the rectangle symbol, just like that. You can make like this. You can extend it to somewhat like that. You can position it after drawing. So as you can see, the midpoint of the backdrop will be here. So I will be placing the midpoint of the rectangle just coinciding with the midpoint of the backdrop. So as you can see, I have placed it here. If you want to paint a circle, I am just choosing another color. I am doing red. So as you can see, now it's okay. So as you can see, this is like that. You can select it and drag it to the midpoint. If you need to draw a line, you can select the width of the line from here by this outline, and you can also select the width and the color. So now if you select this like blue, and if you draw, so as you can see, a good line going from there to here. So as you can see, I am making a box, but you can also do the same thing by just clicking this to nil, by going in the rectangle and filling it with nil and setting the outline to just like 15 and setting the outline color to black. So as you can see now, if I make it, it would be just like that. And you can also select it to the midpoint and it's done. So if you want to fill inside, you can just do this fill and fill with, as you can see, I am going to select purple. So it will be showing you how will it look if you render your mouse inside that. So now if I click OK, then it's done. If you need to paint it with your hand, and you can just going to the brush icon and you can do like scratch. You can also type from here by clicking the T of the text. You can select where you need to type. You can start typing from there. just like scratch. So it's not visible because it's of the same color. So if I change the color, as you can see, you start to seeing it. You can change the size, you can make it go upwards like that, and much more. You can also select it and place it where you need. And if you want to erase something, you can go on the eraser icon and you can erase what you need. Just I'll show you. So now it's good enough, just like that. So as you can see, it's erased out completely, and there's a black boundary because the rectangle too had the boundary, that's why. And if you want to reshape something you have already drawn, just like I'll select this one and I can select it that. I'll show you another one. I'll select the rectangle, and if you see, I can make it just like that, a good triangle. As you can see, it's the triangle here, and if you select that, I can select that too. As you can see, if you want to delete everything, you will just go to the mouse pointer and delete everything. So as you can see, it's deleted everything. And if you have already drawn something like that, and if you want to place it after you have drawn that and you think that it's not good there, so you can go to the mouse button here and you can change wherever you need. You can also just a second, when I will be making it like that. So now if you see that, if you want the square to go above the circle, so you will just click on the rectangle by going on the mouse button, and you can go front, and you can also go backward, front, like that, back, forward. And if you want both of them to be moved simultaneously, so you will just have to select them both, and you can see they are both selected, and you can just group them. So as you can see, it will be as a whole. So now I think you are clear with the costume one. You can also ungroup them just like that. So as you can see, now you can move them as a different parts. And the same is with the sprites too. You can go to the costumes and you can select whatever you need. You can ungroup them. As you can see, they are as a part of a whole. You can ungroup them again. Now you can move them. If you don't want this selected part which you've done now, you can also go and undo it, and you can also redo it. You can undo, just like that. You can again go undo. So I hope you are now clear with the x and y coordinates, and even the making of the sprites. You can also select some sprites by going to the library. As you can see, there are multiple sprites you can get from here. As you can see, there are also alphabets and even numbers. So you can go back from here, and if you want the sprite to show and hide, you can see here show option. It is now showing. If you don't want it to show, you can just click on that and it will hide. If you want that back, then you can show it again. And you can also upload a sprite, and you can select a random sprite So if you want to upload, then click upload, and you can select it from your files. So now if you want to change the language, you can change it from here, just like that. Any language you need. I'll be keeping English, and as you can see, I was in the code. It's costumes, and here are sounds. So if you want to save your project, then simply click on file and then save to your computer, and it will be saving up there, so you can save that. If you want your previous project you have done, then you can go and load from your computer like that. If you want a new, then it will ask to replace the contents, so you can click OK and it's done. So now you can also change the project name, such like okay. So now you can also rename that as Scratch. You can also select some tutorials. You can go from here, any type of them, just like animations, art, music, games, and even stories. So that's it for this video. If you enjoyed, then give it a like, and also subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching lastly.